I'm fixing to dash a lot of people's hope here. I really am. I'm thinking the great eclipse, April 8th, 2024. I think it's going to be cloudy, and not a lot of people's going to be able to see it. They're just going to be able to see it in between breaks in the clouds. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong. Everybody else on YouTube, they predict all kind of stuff, don't they? You know, of course they have insider information. I don't. I'm just going by a gut feeling that it'll probably be cloudy and you won't be able to see very much of it. Could be wrong, and a lot of people are thinking, you know, when it happens, end of the world, or the stepping stone that gets us into the end of the world. We discussed yesterday that, you know, a lot of signs in the Bible have come to pass here over the last few years. We had the eclipse in 2017, followed by the birth in heaven, the signs in heaven for the birth, and then we had a plague, right? Everybody remembers that one. We've had all kind of things going on. We've got wars everywhere. We're supposed to have cicadas that pop out of nowhere this year. It's supposed to be the first time in 200 years that the cicadas hatch at the same time. You know, we got all kind of things going on that if you believe in the Bible, when you read the Bible, you're like, whoa, this is going pretty close, word for word, what's going to happen here. You know, we'll just have to wait and see what happens with it. But I think it's going to be cloudy April 8th, and nobody's going to see it. And all those places where people rented hotel rooms and everything, and they're predicting all this mass chaos, and you've got people scared to death because the government's telling them, hey, you need to prepare for this. And on the other hand, you hear people all the time saying, why does the government not warn us? Why do they not tell us to prepare like the other countries are telling their citizens to prepare for nuclear war or this or that, right? Our country comes and says, hey, you might want to stock up on some stuff in the areas where the totality is, because it could get pretty hectic. It automatically jumps off into a conspiracy theory. That's why they don't warn us, right? That's why they don't say, well, you need to start practicing for nuclear drills. Conspiracy theory, right? But then you'll hear the same people that say, hey, the government don't warn us, and when they do say, you need to stock up on some stuff because it's going to get hectic in this areas. Oh, what do they think is happening? What's coming? We're just going to have to wait and see what Monday brings. I'm hoping it's an uneventful day, and I hope everybody gets to see the eclipse, you know, that's in the path of totality. If you've never seen it, it is something to see. I seen it in 2017 in Athens, Tennessee, and it amazed me. It was something I personally had never seen. You also got to understand, we have eclipses a lot. This is not a new eclipse. They happen a lot, but this one, something special about it, just like the last time. If you ever get to see it, you're like, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I can remember it got kind of like, it don't get completely dark like a lot of people think it does. The best way I can describe it is it looks like right before it gets dark. If you've ever been out in the woods deer hunting, or you've been outside fishing or anything like that, right before it gets completely dark where you can still see real good, that's what it looks like. And I always remember the wind started blowing in 2017 and the temperature dropped a lot. That was pretty cool. But we'll have to wait and see what happens Monday. We're going to have to wait and see on everything. I told you, we're not in a position to be able to know what's going to happen. We're in a position where we have to react to things that happen, and the key to that is to be prepared. Be prepared for what could happen, and that way you can step back and assess the situation and then react. You're not knee-jerk reacting, right? I hope nothing happens Monday like some people think it's going to happen, you know, that somebody's going to attack us or something like that. I hope nothing like that happens, and there's a possibility, a slim possibility something like that could happen. You got people scared to death that they're going to crank up the CERN, and that's going to, you know, throw us into global darkness, and we're going to revert back to the old days. We're talking way back, you know, when people, all they had was stones and stuff like that. I don't put much into that either. It's just some kind of science experiment they're doing. Of course, we've got another plague supposedly could start any minute now, right? Every day it's something. But I'm predicting, yes, I'm going to predict something. I may be wrong. I hope I am. But I think it's going to be cloudy April 8th. I really do. I don't think a lot of people's going to be able to see this. I think, and you're going to have people where the government's controlling the weather. They're making it cloudy. Could be. Could be. You know. I hope everybody that wants to see it gets to see it, but I really do think it's going to be cloudy. I really do. And honestly, that sucks if you're wanting to see it, because it is something to see. Let me know your thoughts on this. Keep your head on a swivel. Be aware, surround us at all times. Protect yourself and your family at all times. At that moment, you're the only person who can do it. If you're traveling to go see this eclipse, please be safe. Please pack enough supplies, you know, in case the stores run out of stuff. Make sure you have a way to charge your electronics. You know, and anybody that's living in the path of this, You're going to see some chaos if everybody shows up. It gets ridiculous. Ridiculous how many people will show up for it. Stay safe, keep prepping.